our strategic plan. And being in this role for a few months, I asked myself, what is the difference? So a strategic plan is including our community health improvement plan, but also some internal things we can work on in the department to ultimately influence and serve our customers at the health department to improve population health of our county.
On that, you have a committee doing that? Is it out?
Yeah, our management team at the health department, Ms. Terry Duncan, she sits on there, director of nursing, and so forth. They help us feed into that three-year strategic plan. But we also have the Healthy Bladen Collaborative, who helps us develop that community health improvement plan as well. They provide us feedback. And it's not necessarily when we bring this back to you all in maybe a month or two when it's approved by the state, our community health improvement plan. When we bring that back to you all, we reel it back in. It's not just going to be, what is Bladen County Health Department? This is our plan. It's the community health improvement plan. So it includes cooperative extension. It kind of gives you a big 10,000-foot view of what our community partners, what are all the stakeholders in our county doing to improve the health of our citizens.
Okay.
Travis, we thank you for that.
Thank you,
We look
thank you,
forward to seeing
sir.
that.
Thank you, sir.
Emergency Medical Services, David Howard.
Good afternoon. We bring before you a one-call agreement. Basically, in a nutshell, this has been going on uniformly. Jeff, maybe 15 years now, basically, through the dispatch center, where when EMS units are in the field, we see the need for a medical flight, we make the call to the dispatch center. Dispatch center then makes one phone call to a regional transfer center. Our regional transfer center for this region is in Wilmington. At that point, we put the responsibility on that regional transfer center to find us an aircraft. Whether the aircraft's coming from Wilmington, UNC Chapel Hill, or East Care, wherever it may come from, that responsibility is on them. That way it does not tie up our dispatchers who are also on fire and law enforcement. So what we wanted to do was make sure we had a clear, transparent agreement in place that showed the process of how we get aircraft, where they come from. And in that agreement, it does show the nautical mile distance from the base sites for the different aircraft. And it's not structured to any one organization. We're just looking at it as far as geographical distance, available aircraft.
Motion to approve.
Got a motion by Mr. Peterson, we got a second by Mr. Bullock. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Mr. Howard.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Revenue Department, Renee Davis.
Good evening. I'm here tonight, for you to consider approving a bid in the amount of $8,280 for county-owned property located at 37 Beatty Road, and the investment to the county was $8,280.
Motion by Mr. Peterson, a second by Mr. Gooden. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
But also, consider accepting a bid in the amount of $4,310 for county-owned property at 15528 NC Highway 131.
Got a motion by Mr. Peterson, a second by Dr. Mungowens. Any further discussion?
How much money was in that one?
Investment was the same as $4,310.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, David. General Service, Ms. Kip Clary.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I think you have a copy in your board packet of a contract agreement between Montgomery Technology Systems. Montgomery is the security provider for our jail LEC. When we first opened that facility, we presented you with a list of contracts that we were going to need to maintain and operate that facility at optimum levels. Montgomery came back with a much higher proposal than originally presented, and we went through the contract, found a lot of things in there we felt were unnecessary, and we've been in negotiations with them ever since. Montgomery provides us during daytime hours, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, support, remote site support, where they can actually VPN and log into our system and take a look at what's going on with our security system and help us with problems and things that occur. We currently have with Mr. Jeff Culp and Joey Blackburn, staff who are adequate to do most site repairs locally, which means repair locks, repair switches, and change things internally in the computer system to keep us operational most hours. However, there have been a few times after hours, in the night times and weekends, when we've needed MTS on the other end to assist us with system repairs. MTS has finally come back and presented us with the contract you have before us, cutting their originally projected cost down to $2,520 for a one-year contract, which we think is very reasonable for the service they're offering. Now, in addition to this, is a rental rate sheet, which is also attached to there, that's what I call them, that gives us a figure that if they're needed on site, we would pay for that technician to come out, but he would be coming from a location down in South Carolina as opposed to coming from Montgomery, Alabama. So they have technicians that are close enough by to help save us some money that way too, if we get into a situation where that's needed. And that rate's about $1,600 per day, and that includes per diem for him to stay, as well as it goes into like $2,300 for an overnight stay. So that would only be on a call-in, as-needed basis. Otherwise, we handle all site repairs ourselves with their product support on the other end.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Peterson, we got a second by Mr. Gooden. Any discussion?
I just have one.
Yes, ma'am.
And, well, let me do it. I don't care. That's not the first
I would
time.
personally like to thank you for your tough negotiating, you know, because you're looking after the county dollar there. Mr. Cobb,
This is renewable every year?
Renewable every year, yes, sir.
any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Pete, Mr. Brett, my question was, just a comment. How many separate contracts do we have in the jail?
Currently, this one may total of 4 or 5.
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
All right.
One is for the HVAC system, the other is for the building management system. One is on the generator that operates in emergency outage, and Williams Fire Protection, and then the Montgomery contract. So that's a total of 5.
So good. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Nathan Dallas, Emergency Service.
I think you have a copy of the contract in your packets, but I come before you tonight to consider approving a contract for consultant services with Holland Consulting Planners, and this is for our SAR fund, our relocation fund. When we acquire a property, it pays up to $50,000, I think, around as a down payment on a new property or something like that. They so requested, but that's for Ryan Holland to manage these funds.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Got a motion, Ms. Peterson, a second by Ms. Trivet. Any further discussion?
Yeah, I want to ask them, how many properties are you looking at this time?
We're actually going to talk about that in our conversation.
That's what's gonna go on back there?
One of them.
Yeah, one of them.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thanks, sir. Advisory board appointments, Pt3 Lake District Committee, Mr. 2.
Mr. Chair, I move to reappoint Mr. Albert Beatty and to appoint Billy Gabbard.
We got a motion by Mr. Gooden, a second by Mr. Dallas. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Advisory board appointments for consideration during December 16th, 2019 meeting. I won't go through this, but there's a list of them. So, everybody get to work on them and do your homework, that's correct. And advisory board appointments for consideration during January 21st, 2020 meeting. So make sure we all look at all of those. Item 16, individual delegations wish to address commissioners. Thank you, ma'am.
Short recess.
Yes, sir. Take a recess.